I'd set out from Jiaoguan city here in Gansu province up onto the end of the Tibetan plateau, and coming to China I was not expecting them to have Fanta here. We've got less than an hour till sunset and we still haven't found anywhere to camp. This might be the craziest tourist spot I've ever been to in terms of the number of people here. Woo, up in the mountains, and the wind has significantly just died, which is so nice. Foreigners weren't allowed in these specific counties of this province. It is what it is. We'd made it to the start of the Great Wall of China in Gansu province. Our plan for the upcoming week was simple: cross the desert, visit one of China's most incredible national parks, and climb up onto the Tibetan plateau. But instead, we found ourselves heading straight into a restricted zone, and once again, face to face with the Chinese police. After a well-needed week off the bikes, big reset, mentally as well, we're now ready to tackle the next part of China. I'd set out from Jiaoguan city here in Gansu province, and we're going to start climbing up in a couple of days' time up onto the end of the Tibetan plateau. So we'll be up at 3,000–4,000 meters for a while. Should be a lot cooler, hopefully. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the mountains and more rural parts of China. They're quite hesitant about giving us fuel. I guess because we pull up on bikes, they're like, what are these guys doing? But they've agreed to fill up our bottles, so we'll have something to cook with. There we go. Fanta is my favourite type of drink, and coming to China I was not expecting them to have Fanta here. But in fact, they actually have more flavours of Fanta here than I think I've seen anywhere else in the world. I mean, just check out this fridge. So they've got apple, grape, I think, watermelon, which we've just bought, and then the normal orange one. The normal orange one doesn't quite taste like it does back in England. It's very, very sweet, so I don't like it as much. But we've got a red watermelon one, which I haven't tried yet, so let's give it a go. Here it goes. It smells very watermelony. Ooh. It's okay. It's very artificial tasting. It tastes like maybe like 10 years ago they had in Haribo Town Fast 6 packets back in the UK, they had a limited edition watermelon one in them, and it tastes just like that. And I used to love them, so I think we'll buy this one again.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. That reminds me of a sweet I used to not like.
Not like?
Yeah.
So I think it reminds me of a sweet I used to like.
No, I'm not happy with that. That's a 3 out of 10 for me.
I don't know what's going on, but they seem to have set off 1,000 fireworks. Can't see them.
Unless it's a fireworks factory and they've got fire in it.
No one seems to be battering an eyelid.
Yeah.
Can you really not see them during the day? As we continued on, the scale of this country was becoming more and more apparent. The endless roads stretched out to the horizon while the mountains began to rise closer to our side. We were both really looking forward to climbing into them, not just for the views, but for more bearable temperatures to cycle in.
Even in the open areas, we seem to be quite restricted of where we can go. They've got fences everywhere. And with the heat, just popping across the gas station for a quick drink means negotiating these. Here he comes, get a replen from a high security petrol station. Yummy. Gonna go dancing. What goodies, you guys?
Ice cream.
I wish they had ice cream shops everywhere in the desert.
No restaurants open in this little village we've just gone through, so it looks like we've got boil in the bag for dinner. Yum yum. Got less than an hour until sunset and we still haven't found anywhere to camp. It's not looking great. There's literally nowhere. I mean, we could try and get onto this, but we want to get away from the roads, and it was just a challenge getting our bikes across this kind of rough terrain. Found somewhere to put the tent. Just gonna chuck it up now before the sun sets, hopefully. We're not too close to the road, so hopefully we won't hear that during the night. But yeah, that's where we're gonna sleep. Set up camp. Dad's got some food on the go. And the sun just setting on the horizon after a longer than expected day, but a good day. Yeah, wow. Weren't expecting to get in this late. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. We're ready to eat. Oh, it smells good. Dehydrated meal. Lovely. Tastes just like your bolognese from home.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what you're having in future. Well, a lovely night's kip with fresh aircon. As you can see, Joshua's bright and breezy. Time to set off.
Scan. 7 元。70p for 2 drinks. Not too bad. And we've got smiley chairs. Lemon and flowers. There's that
Flowers?
Oh, no, this is.
How many lemons do you look like a pear?
There's a lemon drink. I'm probably not going to like this now. That's not bad. Oh yeah, it's a pear. Relatively shorter day today, only 60 k's in by lunchtime into this little hotel. This was £11 for the night, and I got some time to get on with some editing and just chill out for a bit, and then we're going somewhere pretty cool for sunset. This is actually crazy. Like, I knew it was a tourist spot, but this might be the craziest tourist spot I've ever been to in terms of the number of people here. And there's just buses flowing in. It's really cool. Pretty colours in the rocks. But there are so many people here, which is crazy. Unfortunately, the sun's gone behind a really big cloud. I don't think it's going to come out again this evening. It's a bit of a shame because that's what makes the colours really pop on these rocks. But I mean, kind of a bit fed up with all the people. It ruins the experience a little bit. It's still really impressive, but yeah, it's just a massive tourist attraction, which is a shame. Well, we're back on the hotel. That was an interesting experience, that's for sure. Felt like Disneyland, but time to get some sleep now, and then we're going to get back on the road tomorrow to head up into the mountains and onto the edge of the Tibetan Plateau. We set out the next morning on a main road. Luckily, these roads have wide, hard shoulders, so we could cruise at a comfortable pace without worrying too much about traffic. But what we didn't realise was that this was actually a toll road, and from our last encounter with one of these back in Xinjiang, we knew that could be a problem.
No problems there, happy days. We're just going to keep cycling on. It's actually been quite surprising how little interactions we've had with the police. Everyone we've spoken to that cycled through China said they had almost daily. And we've only had the one time we got stopped at the toll station on our first day in China, and then we've only had one other time where the police have actually stopped us and asked for our passports. The rest has been absolutely fine. Don't know if we've just been lucky, or if that's just China's slightly changing a little bit. They're becoming more open to tourists and to cyclists, because we've gone past so many police. Like, police have waved at us, and like, we've seen so many police, but none have stopped us. But yeah, that's good. It's nice not being stopped all the time. Yeah, so we carry on. Probably going to be wild camping the next couple of nights, so we're heading into a Chinese supermarket to stock up on some supplies. Let's have a look. Oh my days, it is huge. Yellow tomatoes, durian, dragon fruit. Yeah. 5.10. Alright, here's the goods.
That's what you need, some of them. More chicken feet.
There's other chicken feet. Eating any of them. Who knows what that is?
That's pig's feet.
Of course, that's in the snacks section. Right, now let's find some actual edible snacks. Array of dried fruit. Shopping trip a success. We've got breakfast. Now we're heading back to the hotel.
A big climb today, about 1600 meters, and yeah, it's uphill all the way to get to us about 3,500.
Proper windy this morning, and it's sort of coming at us from the side. Luckily we've got these trees which are breaking it up a little bit, but it's still, yeah, it's tough going, but we're making steady progress. A lot of climbing this morning, heading up into the mountains, and we're coming along the road and just got hit by this waft of garlic. And it's obviously one of the main things they grow here, because there's so much, yeah, like, check this out. A quick chat with the garlic farmers. The smell is incredible. It's just, yeah, it just smells garlicky. It's very tough going in this wind up the hill, averaging like 10 kilometers an hour. So we stopped for some food.
Is our old friend tofu?
How is it?
Oh, tasty but really hot.
Spicy hot.
Spicy hot.
Yeah. It's good though. It's nice not using chopsticks for once. Woo, up in the mountains, and the wind has significantly just died, which is so nice.
Nearly.
Woo! After 2 pretty long days of climbing, we've made it up onto the Tibetan plateau. We're at 3,700 meters of elevation. And wow, that's impressive. The view of where we're about to cycle is really cool. Looks pretty sweet, but that was tough. A long old uphill on a road with no shoulder and cars coming quite close, but we're here. Whew! Dad's chatting to the police. Let's just hope it's nothing bad.
This is non-open area. Okay.
You need to go to the Shini.
Shini.
Yes, yes.
Shini, yes.
Today. No, not the next day. You need to today go to Shini.
No, too far.
Yes,
It's 200 kilometers.
Yes.
We're not. We only cycle 100.
So next day.
No, we don't accommodate foreigners.
We don't accommodate foreigners.
Where do we go?
Where do we sleep?
Where do we sleep? 下一站就是
We're not cycling to Jining today. It's 230 kilometers. So they said the only place we can sleep is a town that's 100 kilometers away, and it's 6 p.m. Right, let's go see if Dad's negotiated with the police. I just went to go buy some drinks. So we're thirsty. But I really, really hope they let us cycle. Because I cannot be bothered to have another police escort. So I asked to speak to the chief of the police, and I think they've said we can go. So we're going to cycle to the police station. Let's see what happens. We have cycled down to the police station of this town, and the police guys are still refusing to let us carry on. And a couple of months ago, Beijing released a document for all of China. So the Chinese government released a document saying that every single hotel in China has to allow foreigners to stay. And we have it on this document. It's in English and it's in Chinese. And these police guys are just completely refusing even to read it. Like, they read the first line, like, no, Beijing is different, we're not reading it. So we're kind of in a tricky situation. They said we can't stay in this town, and the next town's 100 kilometers away, which is like 5 or 6 hours. It's a lot of climbing as well, so probably 6 or 7 hours. But it's, I don't know, 6:30 in the afternoon, in the evening, so we've got about 2 hours after light. They're saying that they'll escort us there, and they'll chuck our stuff in the truck and drive us there, but we don't want to do that. We did that for 30 kilometers the other day, but that was because we weren't allowed on that road. Like, this is just them not wanting to follow the new laws, which is kind of stupid. I don't really know what we're going to do, because they seem very, very adamant on letting us go. I don't think we're going to convince them. And we can't just cycle off a wild hamster, pop and follow us. So yeah, in a bit of a sticky situation. Just gotta laugh, there's nothing else we could do. So they've now said that it's getting late and we need to make a decision, but the only real decision is that they take us in the car to Jining, which is 200 kilometers away, where we're meant to be in 2 days' time. Which is really annoying, but we don't really have a lot of choice. We asked if we could sleep in the police station, we asked if we could sleep in a hotel, but they said no to everything. And it also turns out that local law overrides the country's government law, which is news to me. But yeah, I guess there's not much. We don't really have a leg to stand on. What they say goes. So yeah, it's annoying, but it's all part of it. The joys of cycling in China. Bikes in the truck, ready to go to Jining.
Heading out of the police station and on our way to Zining under police arrangements. Yep, we'd have had a headwind.
A hugely frustrating day yesterday. Managed a big climb with some pretty amazing views as we went through and onto the top, but then the police collared us. Apparently the area is not open to foreigners, although there's no indication of that anywhere, and insisted that they had to take us to the next town.
There wasn't much we could do. We didn't want to argue with them. We know that if we argue with the police, they can very easily deport us.
Which is really, really annoying, not least because we lost a long downhill. So we're having to reset today and look at route options for the next stage to Chengdu. Looking forward to that bit, as long as we don't get collared by the police for being in the wrong place, even though nobody shows anything, says anything, no signs or indications of it. I guess that's China. Each individual county is fully autonomous, it would appear. Ah well.
They obviously followed their rules, and their rules were that foreigners weren't allowed in these specific counties of this province. it is what it is. All part of the journey, all part of the adventure. But yeah, a little annoying, but nothing we can do about it. And now we just got to refresh and go again in a couple of days' time.